This video will explain exactly how rock bottom works and will help with the thought process behind the best order of picking up items. Let's start with the basics. Rock bottom is an item that counteracts stat down effects. Let's say you were Isaac and you start with rock bottom. If you were to take a tears down pill, your tear rate stat would stay at 2.73. Sounds all cool and dandy, right? This is how rock bottom works for any stat down effect. But it's not as simple as negating the stat down. There's a lot more that happens behind the scenes. Whenever any item, trinket, or pill causes a stat down effect, the stat down does indeed affect your stats. Let's use these Isaacs to demonstrate. The Isaac on the left has rock bottom, and the Isaac on the right does not. When we give both of these Isaacs a tears down pill, you'll see the Isaac on the left stays at a 2.73 tear rate, while the one on the right goes down to a 2.16 tear rate. This works as rock bottom is expected to work. The Isaac with rock bottom does not get the stat down effect. Now let's see what happens when we give both Isaacs a tears up pill after they have both already had their tears down pill. As you can see, the Isaac with rock bottom gets an increase of 0.07 tear rate. However, the Isaac without rock bottom gets an increase of 0.64 tear rate. You'll notice that they now have the exact same tear rate of 2.8. What you are witnessing is that both Isaacs actually have the same 2.16 tear rate after the tears down pill. The function of rock bottom is that it saves the highest value that has been seen on your stats during the run. This means that the tears up pill is actually applied to the 2.16 tear rate on both the Isaac with rock bottom and the Isaac without rock bottom. Now you should start to understand where the smaller increase for the rock bottom Isaac came from. The 2.73 tear rate we see before the tears up pill is the artificially stored tears rate due to rock bottom. Now let's do another demonstration using Polyphemus and soy milk, but this time realize that the Isaac on the right without rock bottom is representing what's happening behind the scenes. Always remember that the stats being affected when you pick up an item are the ones you're seeing on the Isaac without rock bottom. When the Isaac with rock bottom picks up Polyphemus, you see that the damage goes up to 15 while the tear rate stays at 2.73. When the Isaac without rock bottom picks up Polyphemus, their damage also goes up to 15, but their tear rate goes down to 1.15. Now for the important part. When the Isaac with rock bottom picks up soy milk, their damage stays at 15 and their tear rate goes up to 6.3. When the Isaac without rock bottom picks up soy milk, their damage goes down to 3 and their tear rate goes up to 6.3. As you can see, when both Isaacs pick up Polyphemus and soy milk, both their tear rates are 6.3, but their damages are very different. So you might be asking now, what exactly is happening? What's happening here is that whenever you have rock bottom, only the highest attribute you've achieved in each category, such as tear rate and tear damage, is ever recorded. When the Isaac with rock bottom picks up soy milk, you can see that his damage stays at 15. The Isaac with rock bottom's damage is really going down to 3, but 15 is the highest recorded damage. Now on the other side, both Isaacs have the same tear rate. The reason that this is the case is because they both got the same tear rate increase due to soy milk and are now at the same tear rate. Now, if we were to get another damage up during this run, we would not see an increase in damage because it would increase the damage of 3, not the damage of 15, which we see on the Isaac with rock bottom. So how do we use this information to optimize our run with rock bottom? Let's say we took soy milk before we took Polyphemus. This would cause a huge damage down due to the multiplier associated with soy milk. This would make it so your damage would no longer go as high as if you took Polyphemus first. This would result in a higher tear rate saved, but a lower damage saved. Let me show you guys how this works in game. The build you're seeing now is the one we use in our demonstration. As you can see, it is a high damage, lower tear rate. Now you see the opposite of what we did during the demonstration, which is soy milk then Polyphemus, resulting in a higher tear rate and a lower damage. Now you can see the head-to-head damage comparison of these two builds. Obviously, one is better than the other. This shows that when using rock bottom, order matters. It makes a big difference on what kind of stats you are going to have. This means that rock bottom is kind of a bad item. Don't tell anybody I said that. But rock bottom is kind of a bad item because you don't control the order at which you get the items. in the example with soy milk and Polyphemus, no matter which order you took them in, it is a big improvement. But in a general run, you don't get to pick the order, so it's just going to be a hard time to try to plan this out. This is when the fun part of rock bottom comes into play, because you can use a little bit of strategy. Certain items and certain consumables can be used in the correct order to get the highest stats possible. So one example of this is using Book of Belial. If you were able to get multiple batteries in a single room and pop Book of Belial multiple times, rock bottom will save your damage at the highest point it reaches, and so Book of Belial can get you a crazy high damage, which is saved for the rest of the run. You can also use this to stack the effects of runes, cards, and items at the exact same time, getting the highest possible stats. When using rock bottom, it's really about trying to get as much of a burst of stat up in one room. That way you can get those stats for the rest of the run. It's not about trying to optimize your items, it's about optimizing how you use items and consumables. I understand that that video is probably all over the place, and I'm really not the best teacher. I'm trying just to make more videos that are kind of like this because I enjoy it. It's kind of cool going into the items that I didn't exactly understand the entirety of how they work, and so doing this kind of video helps me a lot, and I hope it can help you guys. If it was helpful, let me know, because I'm not the best at this. I'm not the best at talking. I am bad with words, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying to let you guys learn through me, and I'm trying to learn from you. So tell me what I did wrong, what I did right. Make it constructive, please. If you are going to be critical in the nicest way possible. I really appreciate all feedback I see. I do read through all the comments, even it looks like I don't. I take all of them to heart because everybody's opinion has some truth, if not a lot of truth to it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, more guides, more things that are educational than just cool things that happen in Isaac and runs in Isaac. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure that you guys join the Discord because it is a very fun community that we have, and that's how you stay the most up to date on when I'm streaming, when videos come out, and everything of that sorts. That wraps up the video. So as always, guys, it's been Priets. Peace out. Bye.